Hi, thanks for checking out this next video in the Pic Puller series. I wanted to walk you through a new feature that was added in version 0.9.2, and that's the ability to authorize a user from the front end of your site. So you would not have to give them access to modules, and you wouldn't have to give them access even to the control panel to authorize your Instagram application. So what you see here on my screen is the fact that I'm logged in as a regular member of my site. This is not a super admin level. And let's take a look at what this person sees on the control panel. And again, as I mentioned before, you don't have to even give them permission to see the control panel to make this work. So this is Truman. He has very little control here. He can basically view the site. That's about it. He can't look at modules even because they're not allowed. So this user has access to the control panel, has access to modules, but none of the modules are turned on for viewability to that user. So back on the front end of my site, as a logged in user, I'm presented with a button that allows me to authorize the Instagram application that lives inside the Expression Engine installation. But before I authorize, let's make sure that we're not kidding ourselves. So I'm clicking over to a page that shows what this user's access would be like if they didn't authorize. And you'll see here we're generating the unauthorized user error. So I'm going to click back over and I'm going to click the authorization button. And very similar to what you'd seen on the back end before, this user now is presented with a success message. I'm going to close this window. That caused this window to refresh, and that's why you see this button now is red. And it says you may remove your photos by clicking here. Let's go see what happened on the front end of the site again. I'm going to hit refresh. So now, when I scroll down here, I'm seeing the images because I'm now authorized. I'm authorized even though I don't have access to the module in the control panel. If I remove my authorization, it tells me authorization has been removed. I'll close this. The page refreshes and shows me I can reauthorize if I want. I'm going to go over it and refresh the page that we were looking at previously. And again, now I'm getting the unauthorized user error message. That is the basics of how the front-end authorization works. To make this page, I want to show you what code I actually used in Expression Engine. So here is a snippet of the basic HTML that makes up this page. HTML plus an Expression Engine tag. So if logged in, this would not show up if I'm not logged in at all, and you would probably want to handle some kind of if-else scenario here, like get someone to sign in or sign up for an account on your Expression Engine site. Since you're logged in, you can authorize this app. And now I've got my tag. And notice this is not a tag pair. This is a single tag. I'm using some of the options that are provided though. If you don't use them, you'll just get back a URL and you have to handle the authorization process, whether that's through Ajax or through creating your own pop-up windows like I've created in this example. Full HTML equaling yes makes the HTML that comes back an actual working link. I can add classes to that HTML that's generated through auth class. You may ask, why is there auth class and deauth class? It's because those are two different buttons or two different links, and you may want to style them differently, which I've done here. I'm using the Twitter Bootstrap in this example, so I've styled those links as a button. Blue is the primary color. So that's where that blue is coming from. When you saw the deauthorization button, that was red because I have the danger class associated with that button there. Also, you'll see this please authorize so I can pull pics. That text is not the default text. I think the default text is authorize with Instagram. So you can change the text that's going to be generated by this link. The deauthorization link, I think the default says deauthorize with Instagram. But you can override that here as you may remove your photos by clicking here. Again, that is text that was specified by the Expression Engine tag. so you can override these things. But that's basically it. You can now authorize your users on the front end. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope it helps you decide if you want to use Pic Puller. And thanks for your time. Enjoy.